We're gonna roll up this 3/16 plate into a 15-inch inside diameter. This is 3/16 by 2-inch. It's got a hot rolled edge on it. We've just left on for simplicity. It's about 4 feet long, and we're gonna be using this Durma machine. The 4-roll here, we're gonna set the pinch. Again, this just is not set right now. It's got some wiggle room here, and again, it's got more room on the edge because of the barrel shape. So this one here with a 4-roll, it is nice because I do have this nice support on the one side or both sides, so it's nice how it supports my material. Everything's hydraulic here. So for this one here, I'm just gonna put it in so it's just in the middle of those 2 rolls, and I'm gonna pinch that up. So we're gonna use the bottom roll here, and we're just gonna bring it up, and we're just gonna bring it to 5, 4, or 3 here. So you can I was able just to see that touch, or I can hear the machine. I heard it touch there with the machine. So I'm just gonna go a little bit more pinch on this one. There's 3 there. So it just turned to 3 for this one. Again, the more pinch you do, the more it's gonna pitch. It's gonna roll more the tighter you go. You don't wanna go too tight, but if you do tighten it up, it will go a little bit more. Okay, we wanna square this into the machine, so we're gonna use the square again. We'll just use this block as a hammer. This one here, you can use the top roll or this forming roll here, which will be square. And again, just square that up. Use a block or a hammer. Just square that up the best you can. We're just gonna pre-bend here a little bit more. Again, you want to be finicky here that this is square. That is very good. Again, we put a line on here that is 8 inches back. We're going to pre-roll or pre-bend the first 8 inches of this piece of material. And for this one here, we can see the material is just in there. You want to get that right on the tangent as closely as you can. So I'm just going to back this up just a little bit. There we go. I'm going to pre-bend, so I'm going to bring this up. And we've done this before, so I'm going to bring this up. It's at 315 right now. I'm going to bring it up to 235. There we go there. Okay. So as this piece of material, and it's going to pre-bend this end as I feed it through, and hopefully it matches my shape as closely as it can. Let's go ahead and drive this in. Okay, that looks pretty good. So we're going to lower down this roll. This right now is I guess could be considered the back of the machine. So the nice thing about this machine is there's 2 fronts or 2 backs depending on which side you're standing on. But if this was the 3-roll single pinch, this would be the back of the machine. So I'm pre-bending here on this side. So let's pull this out, check our shape, and see how we did here. Okay, it needs a little bit more. So if I had a bigger piece, I'd have to put that back into the machine again and try to bump that through just kind of like a press brake. But for this exercise, since it's so small, what I can do is I can just come over to this vise and I can just add some bend into it this way. To do all of this in here, that would be tough. It could be possible, but like sheet metal is generally all just pre-bent. I just went a little much there. Sheet metal is all just pre-bent by hand because it's thin. So like this one here, it's only 3/16. It's not quarter, it's not 3/8, so it's not super thick. But that's pretty good right there. So it needs a little bit more at the end. So let's play around with this a little bit. So we're just trying to just trying to pre-bend this here. A little bit at the end there, and you can just feel that in your fingers that it's bending. So that's really good. Happy with that. Back over to the machine. We'll get this back into the machine again. Again, the pinch is already set. As you put this in the machine, you can feel that as you rock it back and forth, you can feel the two corners touch. And we're going to feed this into the machine. Okay, just by this one here drives it forward that way. So we're just driving this in. We're going to drive that in until this is horizontal with the floor, so parallel with the floor. And just bring that in until it just tangent there. So that's hitting there. We want to double check, square this up. Again, this is important. I come this way a little bit. Oh, would have been a little much. Very good. Super happy with that right there. Again, that's just an eyeball. The two edges, looking for the shadow line, the edge of your plate to your square there. Okay, so we're ready to go here almost. We're going to bring up the other roll here until it touches. So we're going to operate this as a 3-roll single pinch machine. This is how we're going to operate this one. If I were doing a true 4-roll, I would pre-bend both ends, and then I would not have to rehandle this piece of material again. But for simplicity reasons, it's easier just to run this as a 3-roll. The one nice thing is I can always just run it all from the one side. Let's bring this up until it touches here. Just until it touches. What do we got for a number? We got 98, so we want to go a little bit more than that. So there's 90, and that's just touching there. And then we're going to be ready to, so I'm going to grab this on this side here as it's coming through. Again, I'm just going to double check a couple numbers here. I wrote down a finish roll of 95. That's what I had before, because I've just done this before. So it was 98 when it touched, so maybe I might want to back that off a little bit. Just going to bring this, maybe bring it down to 95 then. It might have been fine, but let's have a look here. Here we go. Drive it through, so it's going through at 95. Again, depending on the pinch, the more pinch, the more it's going to roll. So 90 probably would have been good. I probably would have been fine at that. So again, bring it up till it touches. Might touch about 98, and then I want a little bit more. Okay, again, I'm taking this out of the machine, putting it back in. Do not switch end for end. Square that back up into the machine again. Bring it through till it's almost touching the back of the rolls. So it was 95. We're going to bring that up to 90. So here we go. Again, if I had a center line here, when I hit center, I would know I'm halfway and it's going to reach. So we're still just a little bit away here. Looks like we're going to have to go a little bit more. You can see it's maybe just starting to be off a little bit. So it's just lock washing a little bit. And again, that's just from putting this in square into the machine. Okay, we'll just go another little bit here. So probably another couple, maybe 88, maybe 87. There we go. So now we're just starting to do 2 or 3 millimeters at a time here. And again, we're just looking for an overlap is what we're looking for. So we're pretty close there, but it doesn't look like we're quite there yet. Okay, let's just go another couple here, maybe to 85. There we go. One more roll here, and again, we're looking for a little bit of an overlap here. There we go. It's a little bit off that way. So we can see it's starting to lock washer a little bit. Might be able to hit this with a hammer, able to square this up. just to run it through the machine, just so it's going square through the machine. And again, make sure this doesn't double stack on the way through. That should be pretty good right there. Okay, all the way through. All right, we're ready to take this out of the machine. Just drop the back roll here. We're gonna lower the bottom roll. You can only press one of these buttons at a time. You can't press two at the same time. They don't work that way with the hydraulics. It's got to go all the way down to 25. That's 25 millimeters. We're going to open the end yoke here. Nice, everything being hydraulic. And then there's our piece right there. So pretty good. That fits up pretty well. We're going to be able to take the twist out of there. And that's what we're looking for. So as long as those two ends fit there, you know it's going to be a pretty good match. From there, we can tweak around. If it's not perfectly round, we can use a hydraulic ram. Okay, let's close this up. There we go. And again, just when you're done, let's bring it down so it's ready for the next person to use. And it's ready for the next roll. It's over off to the side. Just gonna hit the stop button, and that's it. There's our roll. So there's our cylinder on our 4-roll double pinch machine, which we operated this as the 3-roll would be operated in. Okay, that's it. Thank you.